Welcome back, Silver Bull fans. Welcome back to Silver Bull channel. Now, one of my biggest problems I have with evolution, the biggest I have is with human evolution. And there's a number of reasons for this. One is the evolutionary time frame they have to give. Supposedly, it's come from Wikipedia. You're talking about anatomically modern humans having evolved within the last 400,000 years. Or, and they're talking about culture developing within the last 50,000 years. With people coming from ape-like creatures about 2 million years ago. It's a really short space of time for evolution to occur. See, evolution allegedly occurs through natural selection, chance mutation, and basically the recombination of genetic material, giving you the odd chance of a advantageous mutation, which is then passed on to your offspring. Now, we've got two problems with human evolution. Number one is a very small population. In fact, according to recent DNA studies, it may have been as low as hundreds or 1,000 individuals supposedly coming out of Africa theory. Okay, but we're not talking about millions, and certainly not hundreds of millions of human-like creatures out on the earth. We're talking about a very small population. So if you take your population, let's be generous, let's say 10,000 replicating individuals. These are individuals who pass on their offspring. Alright? Pass on their genetic material to another 10,000 offspring. Which isn't, is probably overly generous given the violent nature of early man survival scenario. But we'll go with that. And even though they're talking in some places here as little 200,000 years, we'll go 1 million years of human evolution. And in that time, with the scenario with 10,000 individuals replicating, having offspring, you take your generational time span as 20 years. Sometimes can be longer, sometimes can be less, but we'll go that. You do that, and that gives you about 500 million offspring events, i.e. the recombination of genetic material, which isn't a lot, okay? So over that period of nearly 1 million years, you've got 500 million, we'll call them evolutionary events or offspring events, chances to recombine the genetic material and come across this fantastic new mutation that's going to see humanity advance in the tree, as it were. The problem with this theory is that mathematically, the majority of human evolution should be happening right now. Because, you see, we now have almost 7 billion people on the planet. And right now, with those people repopulating the Earth on a regular basis every 20 years, we're having, billions of evolutionary chances happening right now. The biggest chance of human evolution is right now, according to this theory, because you've got so many recombinations of the DNA and offspring, and because the population has hit that J curve, the vast majority of human evolution isn't happening back 1 million years ago. It's happening right now. And here is the problem. We don't see it. Despite having 6 times the numbers of evolutionary events, despite having numerous chemical interactions, GMOs, lots of other things, radiation, lots of other things to speed up this mutation process, we don't suddenly see humans speeding up in their evolution, which should be happening right now, right before our eyes, because we've hit this huge population, which gives us a huge number of offspring events. That mathematical equation, and you can sit down and work it out yourself, and you can work out that despite the long history, even if you go a million years, which they're not talking about here, they're talking about 200,000, but we'll be overly generous, we'll go 5 times the number. And despite going a big population of around 10,000 human-like individuals, spread over that period of time, your vast number of replication aren't happening back then. The vast number of replications are happening right now because we've hit the J curve of population, which sort of, in my impression, really places a kibosh on human evolution. Now, you don't even have to be a creationist to come across this problem. There are people out there who definitely don't believe in God, who recognise human evolution as a basket case. And they've come up with UFO intervention, i.e. ET has come down, come across some very dumb apes and manipulated their genome, and hence we have this sudden jump to modern man, because even amongst some other scientists out there, they recognise, you know, it's a huge jump from ape-like creatures to modern man, and the links just ain't there. Human evolution is probably one of the dodgiest fields of science out there. What they will often not tell you is how incomplete their skeletons are, or how vast an area they have found over. It's not like one skeleton being dug out of a tiny little grave. So, you know, it might be a skeleton made up of bones over 100 kilometres or more, and just, oh, by chance they're dated all approximately the same size, so we'll put them together to form a skeleton. Yeah, human evolution is the biggest basket case of the whole evolutionary thing. Evolution from a single-celled amoeba and stuff like that is easier to explain than it is to explain human evolution. The more you study into it, the more you'll find out how much of a basket case human evolution is, and how it doesn't explain what we see today. No doubt I'm going to get smashed by the evolutionists on this. They're going to have a go at me. Go for it. The comment field's there. You'll find I don't delete comments. I'm not going to enter an argument with you about it. Do the maths yourself. Using your own theory. Using natural selection. Your offspring events, the huge number of them are happening right now in humanity's term, because we have so many people and so many people reproducing right now. So evolution should be at its peak now. It should be accelerating. We should be seeing more right now, given their view, than over the whole of the last million years, because we've reached this J curve of population, and we've just got so many offspring events happening. So, but we're not seeing it. Certainly not seeing any beneficial mutations. We're certainly seeing lots of non-beneficial mutations, Down syndrome, things like that. Well, not even mutations, just repetition of the current genetic information that stuffs up the whole system. Yeah, that's my theory. Human evolution is a load of crap. And there's one example of why I believe it's a load of crap. Silver Bull Channel out.